Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Cheese Gaming here, and welcome back to more of Let's Play Majora's Mask. Man, it has been way too long since I've last recorded. But I did leave an apology in my previous video that I just uploaded right before I'm recording this. So, anyways, let's jump right back into the game. Last time, we actually defeated Goat and freed the second of the Guardian Giants. In this part, well, we're gonna first return to Snowhead. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our ocarina because if we remember, we got all those fairies, so we should return to Snowhead and actually get the Great Fairy there. You really want to do this before you go ahead and reset time, or else you're gonna have to do the dungeon all over again. Yeah, Big Goron is still alive. What in the world have I been doing this whole time? Why am I sitting in a place like this? Become Darmani? Darmani, what in the world have I been doing the whole time? I can't remember a thing since I went out to look around Snowhead to figure out why spring wasn't coming. What am I doing sitting in a place like this? So apparently I was wrong. It wasn't evil. I should probably open up my jar. Ready? There we go. Okay, re-equip the bunny hood, even though I'm not going to be using it as a Goron. There are now Glaze flying around here, and you just want to go ahead and avoid them normally. You can walk right by them just like the Wolfles. And we got Wolfles, and wow, a punch in the back can actually defeat him as well. Okay, I thought that I actually have to do a ground pound for all that. Actually, that was pointless breaking that snowball because I'm going to meet the fairy anyways. So with all 13 fairies, we finally get the Great Fairy here. Oh, wise one, I am the Great Fairy of Wisdom. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I shall enhance your magic power. Yeah, in Majora's Mask, magic is used much more than in Ocarina of Time, so this is actually very helpful. Also, it's kind of funny that she's called the Great Fairy of Wisdom even though their room is green, which kind of implies courage. You know, according to the Zelda series. Whenever we are overcome with weirdness. Well, nothing left to do? Well, we can do something, however, we want it to be the first day before we do that, so... No, wait, that's inverted song time, hold on. I do not want to return time to normal. Let's play Song of Time on the drums. And we'll return to the dawn of the first day. The problem with doing this, though, is that Winter will return to Snowhead. And she'll tell us to go to the ocean, however, there are still plenty of side quests. So, in order to return Spring, you're gonna have to go right back into Snowhead Temple and fight God once more. What's interesting, though, is that actually, I'll show you when we actually get inside the temple. I'll show you exactly what we mean. And yeah, we'll have to put Big Goron to sleep once again. Ye who hold my remains, return to the appointed place to face me. This is actually the same thing can happen back at the Woodfall Temple as well. So apparently Goat and Odalwa is actually well aware of our time traveling. Yet ironically Majora is not. Well, I guess it's because we're actually holding their remains, so it kind of makes sense to them and figure them out, but you would think they would inform at least their leader, Majora, to actually about that, but anyways, I've actually practiced this before, and I've actually found that I'm much better at Goat this the second time around, mainly because I did not realize previously that Goat actually shoots lightning at you if you hit him without knocking him over. So, I'll remember that. I'll remember that when I learned that from experience. Never mind. Anyways, I'll cut until I defeat Goat once again. Awesome. Well, anyways, now that it's spring, people like to do this side quest while it is actually still snowing, and then just go ahead and try to do the dungeon by itself, and I just realized I need 100 rupees in order to do that. Be right back, guys. Okay, it's time for real. A customer? Gabora, fetch our customer some coffee, quick-like. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Alright, to reforge your sword, it will cost you 100 rupees. It'll be at sunrise. You have to let us hold on to your sword until then. Keep in mind that after you use your reforged swords 100 times, it will lose its edge and will be back to its original shapeness. Would you like to reforge your sword for 100 rupees? Do it! I know that it says that it's going to go back to normal after only 100 swings, but trust me. But yeah, that's Gabora and Kapora. Anyways, while you can go ahead and do the temple upon doing that, I recommend waiting until it's spring because there is something much better you can do in the meantime. And yeah, as you can tell, you can no longer swing your sword. Let's see, this one is to Goron Village, correct? Yeah, it's the southeast past. Anyways, you want to go ahead, avoid this Tektite. And what's interesting, what's kind of funny, is that now that there are water here, it's actually more dangerous for Gorons now because than when it was frozen. Because of the water, and on top of that, these enemies. Oh my god, I hate them so much. What they do is that they'll immediately, well, they'll do that, and they'll just gang up on you. They are rotten. So in that case, I'm gonna go ahead, take off my bunny hood, and just run along normally. Just avoid the Wolfholes normally. Of course, they'll stop to attack because Wolfholes are stupid, even though that I don't know why, but I always found Wolfles kind of adorable. Just the way it sticks out its tongue and the way it just goes, oh! Anyways, not a lot of people actually show this off. And thus, not a lot of people actually know it's here. But if you go inside... climb to the very top of the shrine, you'll find that the baby is no longer crying. Then again, we did put him to sleep. Well, not in this universe, because we changed it anyways. Oh, Darmani, I've been waiting impatiently for you. I have been waiting for your arrival ever since I heard the news. I had heard that you, the one whom I thought to be dead, had sealed off the blizzard that was blowing in from Snowhead. Thanks to you, spring has come to Goron Village. Everyone is pleased. The greatest Goron hero of all, that's Darmani! The mortal Goron who is not dead even if he has died, that's Darmani! The star whom we wish upon, that's Darmani! Darmani, greatest of the Gorons! Greatest of the Gorons! Darmani is the greatest in the world! Greatest in the world! My son got better immediately. He went to see the Goron races that celebrate spring. This time, I, the protector of this tribe for so many years, choose to yield the seat of tribal patriarch to a younger one. We're trying to fight the patriarchy now, just joking. Well, I'll talk about. I'm not gonna talk about that. Anyways, the Goron who makes calm decisions, yet boasts courageous determination and can take care of all, shall be the patriarch. The chosen one, Darmani, is you. There can be no other. What do you think? If it's you, everyone would happily accept you as a patriarch. What? You need not answer so quickly. Go enter the Goron race. Think it over slowly. I am awaiting a thoughtful response. Little do we know that we are actually a Hylian. Well, not Hylian. A Hylian wearing the corpse of a Goron as a disguise. Well, they don't need to know that. Anyways, this is completely optional, but I think that it's important to show this off anyways. And, of course, I'm gonna end up going the long way around by accident. But anyways, you'll see that white dot over there. Well, actually, not the white dot. But anyways, this hole right here. Wait. Never mind, that is the white dot. You'll come across this area, and if you read the sign, Goron Powder Keg Shop. New customers will be tested on proper usage. The shopkeeper. Well, you want to climb up here because, as you'll later find out, Gorons are the only ones who are strong enough to carry powder pegs. And trust me, you want to take care of this box immediately. Anyways, this guy is Medigoron. I'm the Goron who sells the powder keg, the most famous product of the Gorons. Want a powder keg? Powder kegs explode with a powerful blast and are very dangerous. Till I have tested you to see if you can use them properly, I can't let you use any on your own. Thankfully, this actually isn't so difficult, and if you fail, you can always go back and try again. If you can destroy the boulder that blocks the entrance to the Goron racetrack near here, using the powder keg I'm about to give you, then I'll approve you to carry them. So he lights the fuse on the spot. When the powder keg begins ticking faster, it means that it's about to explode. Thankfully, the fuse is long enough. Try blow up the boulder by fucking exploding it on the way. So you want to go ahead and immediately throw that. And accidentally drop it. Shoot. Man, I'm suck when I'm on camera, do I? Grab. You want to go up these stairs in order to get to the fastest way to it. Thankfully, like I said, I know the way to it, and now this fuse is already down to half. Like I said, I know the way, so we're in. Yeah, you'll have to go around these. Actually, I think there was an alternative path that I completely glossed over. Anyways, you really want to hurry, and if you fail, you'll have to start over again. Don't bother fighting the wolfos, just ignore them. Gracefully cross the bridges. If you fall, not only will it explode, but it'll die. Get up this ledge. Crap. Will it reach? Will it reach? I hope so. No, it won't. Ah, just barely. Way to go, Army. That was cool. Did not talk to the baby because I was kind of rushing it because I screwed up right at the beginning. But if you talk to him, he'll be complaining about how he wants to see the race, but the boulder is blocking the way, and he'll start crying again. Anyways, you might be tricked by that cute cutscene to go ahead and follow him onto the racetrack, but no, you do not want to do that. Gonna take off the Goron mask and go ahead and continue back on the bridge because you want to meet with Medigoron once again. Actually, I think Suicide Wolfos! Anyways, I'll meet you with Medigoron when I get right back there, okay? Now, the reason why you want to meet with Medigoron again is, well, of course, you want to get your certificate, don't you? You managed to succeed. Knowing your skills, I feel fine letting you handle powder kegs on your own. It was bad of me to put you through such a dangerous test. I want you to take this as my apology. And we get us a free powder keg. Too bad we're going to reset to the first day before we actually put it to good use. Can only carry one at a time, and if you shoot them with an arrow, they'll explode as soon as they're hit, so be careful. Alright. So I'll go ahead and meet you back at the racetrack, okay? Because, well, the baby Goron wanted us to meet him there. Okay, I just want to say, with that powder keg mission, if I had just gone in the opposite direction, I would have reached here much quicker and even get to talk to baby Goron, but like I said, he doesn't say anything important, he just cries. I even put a 1 at the powder keg, if you can only carry one at a time anyways. By the way, at this angle, those two Gorons, it looks so wrong. Anyways, talk to the elder son. Ah, darn me. I've been waiting for you. See, everyone's restless because they can't wait to enter. You're gonna enter, aren't you? Yep. You have to. I want to show everyone how Darmy race is. Now, I must tell you, the reward for this is worth it. If your magic power runs low, charge it up with the green jars on the course. Well, since we talked to the Fairy of Wisdom, we really don't have to worry about that then. Really? Audio glitches. Anyways, here's my advice. And this is one of the most difficult parts of the game. You want to curl up, and right before it says go, we're to the left. Most of the magic jars you can actually avoid. This guy will try to push you forward. I should mention, as you can see, each time you get hit, you're flashing. Get hit while you're flashing, and you'll stop rolling. Now, here we got a ramp portion, I actually recommend to avoid the ramps because if you get hit while in mid-air, you'll actually stop rolling altogether. Or if you run into the trees, that works too. And get hit from behind. Now, if you fall off the bridge, it's game over. Well, actually, the Elder Son says that you can keep racing, but he'll actually talk to you. And this guy in front of me is going to win. Usually I come second place, but oftentimes I do come pretty close. As you can see, I lost. You're just a little stiff because winter was so long. Near the end where you get those heals, if you have not run into those trees, if I haven't run into those trees, I would have been next to the guy in first. He will still beat you unless you ram into him on purpose. That's all I have to say. I'll just go ahead and cut until I actually beat the race. That is literally all the advice I can give you. It is actually one of the tougher side quests in the game. Anyways, I'll see you after the race. Okay, I was successful surprisingly the second time after that. It's only been an in-game hour afterward. That was great. I knew you were the fastest Goron dummy. I'm sure you would get first place. This is from Daddy. It's the prize. And we'll get a gold dust, plus our second jar. I want to be just like you. Quick. I'm so happy to get a second jar. Anyways, that gold dust, you can go ahead and sell it at the curiosity shop for about 100 rupees. However, I'm gonna head to the mountain village, and I'm going to play the song of double time until it's the next day. Probably wondering what does this gold dust have to do with that sword, razor sword side quest? I'll show you. Oh, I'll show you. Dawn of the second day, for 8 hours remain. Now, I'll show you why you want your sword reforged on the first day. I kept you waiting, but it's done, see? And your Kokiri sword have been strengthened and forged into a razor sword. It is twice as strong as the Kokiri blade, but now it only has 100. You can only swing it 100 times before it goes back to a regular Kokiri blade. Yep. Well, at least we get our money's worth, but here's the thing that why you want to do the Goron racetrack. Wait until you do the Goron racetrack while this is going on, instead of doing the temple. Because chances are, it would actually be near the end of the second day, unless you're really good and have slowed down time. Now here's the secret, if you bring me gold dust before the sword loses its edge, I'll be able to make the strongest sword around. You got that? Gold dust. I guess he's saying gold dust underneath his steel mask. But anyways, it is a nice blade, but you don't really have that good of a range. Let's go ahead and talk to him again. Now then, let me take a look at your sword. Hey now, that's the mean jerk. Your sword has already been reforged into a razor sword. Do you want me to make your sword stronger? To do that, I need gold dust. Do you have any? Well, we do. I won in a race! Why, if it isn't gold dust, and it's top quality, why even if I use it to reforge your sword, there'll still be some left. Alright, just for you, I'll do this for free, but don't tell anyone. Technically, he's not doing it for free, we're just paying him with the leftover gold. Thanks for dropping in. Now I'm off to work. Come back tomorrow morning. Also, if you played the Song of Time again, it will go back to its original start bits once again. So, but that's not going to be the case with the upgraded sword. So, hold on. Hold on! For some reason, my controller wasn't getting the input. I mean, yeah, first time around I accidentally hit up instead of right, but still. Alright, on the second day. Okay, dawn of the final day. Now, like I said, the Razor Sword will go back to normal if you play the Song of Time as well. However, the sword that you'll get here will not. It is permanent for the rest of the game. The Razor Sword has been strengthened. It is now a gilded sword. Why do video games always use gold as a material to make things stronger? Gold is the softest of all metal. Making a sword out of it is pointless. The only reason why gold has value is two things. One, it is shiny, and the fact that it is soft, so you can easily make it into jewelry with hardly any effort. Better than ever and will never break. You can't make a sword stronger than that. How many times will you use it? It will never lose its edge. Try it. Oh, I used up most of the gold dust. Just a tiny bit left. I got rid of it for you. Or rather, he kept it and he's going to sell it. But anyways, take a look. Much longer range. Now, remember when I tried to do a charged sword slash in a circle of grass and it never reached all of them? Well, now... By the way, this is a giant bee. It drops nothing when you defeat it. Plus, but it is annoying because it's a moving target. Anyways, now we got a permanent sword upgrade. We can actually go back and we can actually go back in time and we'll still have this sword. And that's pretty much all I want to do, because those are all the side quests we can do up here in Snowhead. So, if you like this video, go ahead, leave behind a like, leave behind a comment, and if you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe. Next time, we'll see what else we can do with that powder keg we just received. After we go back in time and buy it again. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.